Today's webinar is all about how do you niche down, get more customers, and close more sales. And this month's webinar covers a very, very important topic, and I'm also going to say a very confusing topic, how to niche down. And once you settle in your niche, then, how do you get more customers and close more sales? But out of that equation or that sentence, the niching down is, I think, probably one of the most confusing things in business. So what I'm going to do quickly is just introduce myself and Helena. I'm just going to say hello so you can see who I am, my face. I'm not going to keep the camera on all the time because it gets confusing. So I'm Luke Futuris. Helena's with me. We
Hello,
renovate our business. Our business is all about helping you build a successful business, sharing that journey of building a business with you. And we focus on the entire process of building a business, not just sales, marketing, etc. All the tools, including niching, which is what today is all about, helping you find those most lucrative niches, how to find the money in those niches, and follow that money trail inside those niches. And then how do you build your business from there? And that's what today is all about. So welcome. I hope you enjoy it. And I'll now get rid of the video and we can begin. Okay, so questions, please. We've got a Q&A questions at the end. Please feel free to type them in throughout as we're going, and we'll try and address all of those at the end. So why am I doing this webinar today? So let's look at any business. This is your business equation. We have a niche, we have an offer, and we have a result. And the result is your offer to market working, or is your customers getting results? So there's two things that happen inside that result. Now, I've been building business since I was 23, over 25 years, across 3 countries. And I've been helping fix business owners' business since 2008. And I see this every day. People focus on this thing here, this part only. They have a product and I sell it. And it's their offer, not what the customer wants. They're spending their time, their energy, their effort, trying to get more sales, trying to improve marketing, trying to get new leads. They redo their website. They spend a lot of money on social media, trying to get 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, be famous on Instagram. They do more sales presentations. They're then building a list, and the list goes on and on. And this is what they focus on. They're so focused on selling their stuff that they're so busy then spinning their tails and wearing themselves out and just getting nowhere fast. And they're spending a lot of energy getting nowhere fast. Most of the time, their offer is from their perspective. They have this great idea and they're going to sell it and they design it and they price it. And 5-10 years later, they're still struggling. Okay, they just want to sell it to anyone. They don't even know what a niche is. So they don't pay any attention to this very important piece, your niche. And then they have no analytics of output. What is actually going on when I do all this stuff? But they just keep trying around and around in this offer. So what I'm saying here, is my offer correct? Am I offering it in the correct way? Am I offering it to the right people? These are questions that most businesses don't ask themselves. What is working? Why isn't it? Why is it working? Why isn't it? And they just keep doing this stuff each day. And they just hope their business gets better. Now, does this sound familiar? I think it does. And one of the reasons why is you have so many experts out there telling you how to make ideal customer profiles. They call it your avatars, a fancy word they love to use, or your USP, your unique selling message, based on these avatars or these ideal customers. And I think they've got it all wrong. In fact, I know they've got it all wrong. And I'm going to give you 2 examples a little later to show you exactly why this ideal stuff never ever works and why it causes so many businesses to struggle. But they all keep doing the same thing as everyone else. every single marketing blog or course or some expert or consultant out there, they all tell you the same thing. Focus on your ideal customer. And this is wrong. This is not street smart business. This is people who write blogs to tell you how to market. And they haven't been in the streets working this all out. They're all doing the same stuff and they're copying each other. I know lots of business owners, like real business owners in the world. Some of them have $70 million companies. And I often ask them this question, so who's your ideal avatar? And they laugh at me. Like, what kind of a stupid question is that? The truth is, those people have built businesses from the ground up, from scratch, but they've been in the streets fighting the fight. They don't sit and come up with their ideal avatar on the first hit and then work backwards. They've been in the streets discovering where the money is flowing. That's why they have successful businesses. And as they go along, they find out who's buying from them the quickest and the easiest. And that's how you eventually come to what you call your real customer, which I'm going to touch on, and how it's crucial to today's webinar. But simply, all the theorists about ideal avatars and theory is really one simple thing. They don't understand how money flows in business. And today I'm going to explain exactly how money flows in business, how you tap into it, and why and how you fix all this madness that everyone else does. So here's what we're going to be doing in today's webinar. I'm going to show you how to find lucrative red hot niches from your broader niche that your business is currently in, how to use the shift and sift method to move your business into what I call these sweet spots where the cash is flowing. I'm going to show you a 3-step process to stand out in a cluttered market and become the business customers want to buy from. How to discover your hot pots, the customers who want to buy from you the quickest and the easiest. And then I've got 2 bonuses for you. How to design your products and services so that you find out the customers who buy from you the quickest and the easiest. And then I'm going to show you the 1-page plan of how you stick this all together. So this is an updated version or a different version to the ones in my books that maybe some of you have purchased. And so this 1-page plan, you can actually take what I'm showing you today and put it into practice in the real world. And at the end, your Q&A, as I mentioned, please type all your questions in and we'll get to those at the end. So how do you find red hot lucrative niches? Well, let's start at the beginning. That's a great place to start. First of all, let's look at what is a niche. And a niche, all a niche is, it's a group of people who cluster together with similar pains and desires. And this is all we are concerned with. This is the source of money flow. Not how old your granny is, what color is her hair, what time does she eat her soup, how much money does she give her kids on Sunday, and how much teeth does she have. The usual avatar rubbish we hear all day to try and market. This is the source of money. This is all we're worried about, right? And when we work this out, well, this is how money starts to flow into your business. So what we want to do is we want to drill into your large, broad niche, which is where most people sit, or they have a niche that's just got no money in it, or they don't understand the pains and desires. Those are common niche problems. And so what we want to find out as we drill into this big niche is our customers' deepest pains and their most powerful desires. And the more pain your niche is in and the more powerful their desire is, the more lucrative that niche is. In other words, there's more money flowing in that niche. So how do we drill down or niche down? Well, we break up the large niche as such into smaller clusters, or what I refer to as your pots, different pots inside your big niche. And then what we do for each pot inside that big cluster, we have deeper pains and desires. Excuse me. And for every pain and desire, well, there's solutions. And our job is to provide those solutions. And the more desperate they are to get rid of their pain or reach their desire, the more accurate your solution is, the easier your business builds and the quicker it builds and the more money you make. Now, the ones with the deepest pains and the most powerful desires out of all these people and all these groups, is what I call your hot pot. This is the customers who are going to buy from you the quickest, give you the cash the quickest. This is your most lucrative niche out of that big, broad niche. As I said, these customers is where the money is flowing the easiest. This is where you want to be. This is very, very different to who's my perfect avatar and then trying to sell your product and service to them. You have no idea who your perfect avatar is, who's actually going to pay you the money. They may have all the money, but that doesn't mean they're going to give it to you. Your hot pot is where the money is flowing, and this is where you want to be. You follow the money. Most businesses just don't know about this, and that's why they struggle. So let's go through some examples to demonstrate this. Let's start off with a niche, sick men. I think we can agree that's a pretty broad niche. And what we want to do is we want to break this niche down into smaller niches. And of course, we want to find the levels of pain and desires inside these niches and see which has got the biggest pain, the most desires, so that which one becomes our hot pot. So let's take an example. Let's start off with men with headaches. So that's obviously a cluster or a pot inside 6 men. And we look at 3 things. What is their pain or problem? What scale is that? What is their desired outcome and scale? And what I call, let's look at the money flow scale. So men with headaches, what is their pain or problem scale? Probably 3 out of 10. How desperately do they want to fix a headache? Probably 4 out of 10. Is there much money trying to sell someone a headache tablet? Probably not. 3 to 4. Let's take another example. Men with gout. So what is their pain problem scale? So that's obviously a bit more severe than a headache. So they're in pain, they've got a problem. What is their desired outcome to get that fixed? Probably around 6. So what is the scale of money? How desperately would they pay someone to fix the problem to get the desired outcome? Probably 5 to 6. I would say that's more of a desire than if you just got a headache. Now I'm going to give you another funny example. Men with penile disorder. So now we got Floppy Joe here on the right, and he's got a netball team coming over on Saturday night. He's got a serious problem, right? He's got probably an 8 to 10. What is his desired outcome to get this fixed? That's a 9 to 10. And so on a money flow scale to get this problem sorted out, that's probably an 8 to 10. Now, that's a funny example, but I'm trying to illustrate a point of how inside a big niche, you can start to drill down and understand your niche is based on these 3 simple things. And this stuff works. It's not all this fancy rubbish. It really, really does work. And all you are concerned about in your niches is finding a Floppy Joe here. This is who you are trying to find, who's going to pay you the quickest and easiest. That is all you are concerned about. You do not need to know all this other stuff. Now, where does the dude live? What color are his socks? What color funny hat does he wear? All you're worried about is this. And this is how simple niching is. And this is how you niche down from your original idea or your big, broad niche. And you simply follow to where the money is going to position your business. Now, really, really important. Your niches, you do not have to have money to pay you. When I say lucrative niche, when I say lucrative, I mean people are going to pay you money the quickest and easiest. It doesn't mean there has to be people with money in those niches. Now, let me explain the difference. And this is where all this ideal avatar rubbish falls on its head. Right now in today's market, young girls, 16, I think 20 to 28 years old is a mega niche. I'm working in the anti-aging industry with a couple of clients. These young girls all want to look like Queen Madala on Instagram. They have eyelashes that cost $300. They got the pumped up boobs that cost $7 grand. They got lip enhancers, fake tans that they do every 2 weeks for $200. Butt implants that cost $7-8 grand, whatever. False nails, fancy handbags, something $2 grand. So their average cost for looking like Queen Madala on Instagram is around about $10,000 to $25,000. I know it's absolute madness, but that's not our problem. This is the truth. This is a lucrative niche. These girls don't have this kind of money. They do whatever it takes. They go into debt, credit card, they work 25 jobs, whatever, to have this deep, deep desire of theirs to look like someone else on Instagram. This is the big driver. Somehow they get that money. It's not your job to worry about how your customers get their money or if they have no money. This is not your job. Your job is to sell them something they want, what they really, really want. Because if you don't, your competition are going to sell to them. And then when this happens, you are there like Waldo, sitting on the fence, wondering what happened and watching this cash walk past your window into your competitor's bank account. That's the truth. It's not about you and what you think. It's about your real customers, not your ideal customers. And your real customers, who and where do they want to hand over their cash to? It's either you or your competition. Who's doing the smarter job? No one cares what you think. When customers hand over their money to you, they want something for them.